Good evening. Welcome to Four Valuable Podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Fabian Vicks. I have my guys with me. I have Tired and I have Take That.
Take that.
Hi, Mike.
Take that. Got
Yeah,
cases of baby oil.
yeah. Steve Harvey took that too.
Steve Harvey did something if he did it.
Oh, it did a lot there with P Diddy.
Oh, y'all nigga wrong, bro.
We got a lot of sponsors we gotta get through. We got Crazy Straws, NBA playoffs about to hit the finals. You got a favorite team? Hopefully not Orange Blue Sky, baby. Orange Blue Sky, baby. Orange Blue Skies. Look like orange blue bruises on their body. Crazy
Yeah,
Straws.
so
Sundays and Wednesdays we're on trying to figure out what we're gonna do with the Sundays and Wednesday because that's the backbone of the show. Trying to do multiple days, but we'll see. Just from him, Ryan Anderson has had one of the most immaculate goatees in television history. He doesn't use it, but if you feel like you have a need to use that Beijing black or that jet black, just go ahead and get it from Dollar General, Walmart, or Walgreens or CVS. Just go and get that thing. Get that thing. Kenny Moon need to get tagged on there because we're going to be talking about the Lakers. Dax Wade grew Michael's had waves for 30 years. He is bald headed now, still had the same waves. That lets you know Dax Wade the groom works if you use
dog, you know it.
Mike, put your head down so they can see your waves.
I ride a motorbike. Yeah, Minnesota got 9 points in the whole quarter.
But Julius Randle, the best player on the team.
Hey, listen, when
Anyway.
Ratio say stuff, it's because he has a personal vendetta against certain players. He knows that man is not the best player on the team. He don't totally care for Anthony Edwards. So a lot of stuff, y'all take it with however y'all want to take it.
I take it with the stuff that cows put out that fertilize the grass.
That manure.
No, that bullshit. We're gonna keep moving. Damon podcast, chopping it up. Damon, we want you back. You watching
Hey man,
the show?
don't keep promoting that dude stuff, man. That dude ain't on the app, man. We ain't gonna keep promoting that dude, cuz.
He been a friend for 30 years, dog.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Arizona team. If you're in Florida, it is 89 cents at Walmart. You'll have diabetes in 89 seconds. Do what you will with that information. Follow our podcast on Facebook and on the YouTube. BuyNightShirt.com. We're Bernard Ingram. We're still waiting for some merchandise from you.
Can I get a shirt?
Hook us up.
Can I get a shirt? I need a shirt, Bernard Ingram. Can I get a shirt? I need one.
Yeah, my cousin. I gotta introduce my cousin properly. We have Michael Atwater, one of the founding members of the show. We got one of the members, one of the new neophytes of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity incorporated. Untold Cloud. Throw out that sign for him. Throw out that sign for him. And now coming to the stage right now, who is also bringing on our sponsor is taking our sponsor, Hennessy & Coke, Crown Royal JJ.
The dark liquor.
The dog liquors. God, what it do?
Oh, beautiful day in the neighborhood, sir. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. What about y'all, fellas?
They quiet.
I don't
They
know
tired.
why.
End of the year. They tired.
Woo.
I still got 15 more days.
I don't have any more days. I'm gonna do the Lewis laugh from Revenge of the Nerd. That's my new laugh.
All right.
Charlie Murphy.
Sorry about that. So Michael has created something interesting today for topics. We're gonna have true or false. So we're gonna have a series of questions, and we're gonna answer true or false And of course, we need some information to back up that true or false.
We're gonna see what people say on this one.
So
That's what you starting, Fade?
yeah, that's what you got. Every question you put on here is true or false.
No, I thought that was at the bottom. I thought we were starting with thought we were doing the NBA playoff, but we hit the NBA playoff last. Cause I'm
No,
real
no.
curious
Oh
to
my
get that
bad.
20.
I thought you had true or false for that one too. My bad. We'll start with that. True or false come in just a second. It's gonna be quick. This is a quick conversation anyway.
Oh yeah.
It'll be real quick. Can Oklahoma City win it all, Ryan? We'll start with you.
What was the question again? I'm like Shotwell last week.
Oklahoma City can win it all.
Oh, woo. As deep as they are, I got to go True, man. True, they are a deep team. We didn't think they were getting out of this round because of Ant-Man. At least I didn't think they was getting out of this round. But them cats right there are playing some good basketball. So True, this will be the first title in OKC and the second title for that franchise because they came from Seattle, but the first one from OKC.
Yeah, Fade.
Michael.
This ain't no. This wasn't a true false question, but yeah, OKC got enough depth; they can win it all. I don't really see too many weaknesses. Alex Caruso make that team different, so yeah, OKC can win it all.
And
I
so
mean, they got
go ahead. What's wrong?
the MVP. They got the MVP. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, just a bit of information. The last 5 MVPs haven't won the championship.
He playing. He play. Okay, look up how many as a guard. The last one as a guard to win MVP.
Let's
Just
see. That was,
asking.
Steph Curry. He didn't win it that year.
Okay. It
Now,
took Herculean. It took a Herculean effort, but okay.
let me pivot the conference. I know we talk about everything, but real quick, I want to go back to the 2016 finals since we brought that up. Somebody in news media, I'm not going to say their name because their hairline recedes more than the ocean in the morning and the high tide.
Wow, I know who we talking about.
He said that was a he said that was a stimulus package.
So it wasn't an abstract disaster. It wasn't an abstract disaster. If OKC was to win, it's not an abstract disaster.
It's a C-O-N conspiracy. Was real quick. Was that a stimulus package, Mike, or Golden State really wet the bed?
What with KD now?
No, but not in 16. In 16 when they won 73 games and lost to let the Cavs come back for 3-1. No, the Cavs took that series. My bad, Cavs took that series.
Yeah, Draymond don't get suspended. I think they still win that series.
But let me make a quick point right quick. Quick point. It was 3-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many games is still left in a 7-game series if 4 games have been played?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, 3. So you lost that one because LeBron and Kyrie scored 40 points each in game 5. So how many more games do you have left?
You got 2.
And how many of those games is it Golden State?
2 of them, I think.
They had game 5 and game 7, right?
Yep.
And you still had the greatest shooting backcourt and the MVP. What you just said with Ryan Jack, MVP went as a guard, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
We're just trying to figure it out.
I'm just trying to figure out. Well, if I'm 173 games, I have 3 games to win 1. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. And imagine if KD did not go to Golden State.
Right.
LeBron would have 5. right?
Well,
He went. He went and
I
went LA,
mean,
correct?
yeah. I mean, if you want to put it like that, yeah,
He went and went LA, right?
exactly.
Yeah, because the next year team, that 16-17 team, remember the Cavaliers and Golden State were 12-0. 12 the Cavaliers were 12-1. Golden State was 12-0 before they met in the finals.
They beat them 4-1, I think.
Then Golden State beat them 4-1 with KD.
That one the series when KD went down with the with the
That was against that was Toronto in 19 with the Achilles,
yeah, with
KD
the
won.
Achilles injury. The Achilles injury was first it was a strain, then
the
he
strain
came
calf.
back, tried to go, and then end up tearing his Achilles.
Yeah, what happened was in the series against Houston, I believe it was Houston. It was a Houston or was it the Clippers in round one? I think it was the with the Rockets in that series in the semifinals of 19. It was a strained calf. They let him sit out against the rest of the series against Houston. Then he sat out against the Blazers in the conference championship. Then he said he was gonna come back against Toronto. He looked good in the first 12 minutes. He was
Man,
cooking.
he
He had
was
11.
hitting.
He was cooking.
He was on fire in
Scored,
fuego.
he scored 11 points. Then you can see the camera shot of his Achilles tearing on
Yep,
that shot.
yep.
Really, Golden State really should have lost that game. They should have went down in 5. But they won that game by 1 point. They needed every one of KD's points that he gave them. Then they went home and lost the game 6 because Clay Thompson tore his knee up at the end of the third quarter. So
Mm-hmm.
and then the next year, of course, Clay tore his Achilles during rehab. So, but anyway, just you brought that up. I just wanted to ask that question. New York and Indiana. This going 5 or 6, and then the 5 are going to 6, Mike.
I think New York can. I think they can win tomorrow. New York ain't necessarily played bad in this series. Indiana just done played better. But I think New York can win game 5. But I think game 6, Saturday or Sunday, whenever it's gonna be a wrap. Indiana gonna win the series.
Anatole, you've been quiet. You're probably driving.
Yeah, I'm driving, but Knicks in 7.
Oh, he got a Golden
Oh
State
wow.
quarterback. Oh, just Cat and Brunson on the court together on -25. But go ahead,
I
Straw.
mean, the Knicks ain't played bad last game. The most overrated player in the NBA who was not overrated just was great. He was excellent.
30-12, 30
Yeah,
12 15 and
he had a
0.
phenomenal night. You're right.
He was.
30
I
12
mean,
15 and 0.
he was great. But you can let him have another game. Like you can't let say his name, Fabian.
Who?
Brunson.
Halliburton.
Sycam. S last name S for the Pacers, the African dude.
Oh, Siakam.
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 You can't let him have 30. So you can't let my man up 0 when Arizona have 20. You can't let that happen, and you win. Because if you look at the
Benedict
Knicks
Mathurin.
numbers, the Knicks numbers wasn't bad at all. They just couldn't stop Siakam and my man off the bench. He had 20 points in 12 minutes. Can't do
Yeah,
that.
plus 17 turnovers turned into 20 points. So I mean that don't help either.
It don't
That
help either.
that
But
is
I mean, the Knicks.
that's
I mean,
good,
if you look at
baby.
the Knicks, they played as good as they could have did on the road. And Spike Lee was there. I mean, come on, man. Spike was
Yes, a
there.
jinx. Yes, a jinx. Okay.
Back for France.
Yeah, go ahead, Straw, right quick before we move on.
Man, I'm going with the hot hand. Give me. Yeah, I mean, if that happens again in either one of these games, Indiana. Now, this is what we talked about last week. We talked last week about the small markets and being in there. This is going to be for marketing purposes, as that person you were talking about earlier. This will be for the league an abstract disaster. But I would love to see Indiana finally get a championship, and I would love to see OKC try finally get a championship. They both been there. The franchises have both been there, and they've been trying hard, hard, hard. drafted well. They could have got rid of SGA a long time ago, but kept him, and he has blossomed into the player they wanted to be. So yeah, shouts out to both of them franchises. But I'm gonna go with Indiana in this. Indiana. I'm going back to Indiana.
Oh, that's the Paul George final for anybody that want to know. Paul George has contributed to these two teams going to the final. So everybody, whoever
Yeah.
wins it needs to contribute something to Paul George because he's the one. He's the reason why they probably won the finals. So just drop that nugget on there. Yeah, just drop it on there. All right. So basically, we're all saying Indiana and go and OKC except for Anatole. He said the Knicks in 7. They I asked this question in the chat. Might put an SMH on me, but at the same time, though, you just not going to your bench, Tom Thibodeau. You literally just not going to the bench, and all those minutes pile up.
So Tom Thibodeau. Let's talk about Tom Thibodeau for a minute. When he was when he was in Chicago and had Derrick Rose, that was the
Right.
main complaint against him is that he played his starters way too many minutes. So he just finally going to his bench. You done got fired from 2 jobs since then. Why? Why you just going to your bench now? You could have been in a better position now, but Tom Thibodeau, being who he is, decided, okay, I'm going to go to my bench. It's the conference finals. We need everybody. You needed everybody the whole year long. But hey, I'm just an abstract observer. Do you, Tom Thibodeau? Do you?
Mike's gonna say this team was just put together this year. Yeah, but the GM got to go too because you spent 5 first-round picks on Mikal Bridges. You didn't have to spend 5 first-round picks on Mikal Bridges. You could have spent 3 on KD.
Hey man, listen, let me tell you, KD is a team killer. What did KD do when he went to Phoenix? What did KD do when he went to Brooklyn? Like they Anatole, correct me if I'm wrong, they barely got to a conference semifinals with either one of them squads. Like, we gonna say KD because KD's one of the top players and he's a superstar. But this Knicks squad, they get another body in there, they straight. Like
Yeah.
they don't need to do nothing. They good. Bridges is a two-way player. Josh Hart, Brunson is a star. Carl Anthony Town can ball. Mitchell Robinson is getting back healthy. You add another shooter with
A
this
shooter.
squad, man. The Knicks will be right back in that thing next year, barring any injuries. KD is a team killer. I love KD, but KD done set the Phoenix franchise back some year, and he done set Brooklyn back some year. Not
Did,
only
did
set Brooklyn back, he done James Harden, Kyrie Irving. They done set that franchise back.
I
So
got a
You preaching, Mike. I'm with Mike. Go ahead, Fade. But I'm with Mike.
it is Katie the general manager?
what you mean
Hey,
the KD general manager?
Is it the general manager and the owner of the Suns?
can I say something, Mr. Andre? I
Go ahead,
agree with
sir.
Michael Andre because Kevin Durant has killed 2 franchises. The Brooklyn Nets are dead for a long time. Phoenix Suns or the Phoenix Buns are looking horrible. It's all KD and James Harden's fault too. James Harden, he's in that, like my man say. James Harden's in the same conversation, killing programs or not programs, franchises, wasting picks, trying to get these guys make these super teams. But the Knicks need another scorer. I mean, another shooter. They need somebody who can score off their own dribble. Cause
I,
Brunson throws the ball a lot.
Sounds
I
Jamal
will
Murray to
agree.
me.
I will agree with y'all. I will agree. I will agree. KD is in one of those ranks. KD is that guy that if he don't play the way he want to play, okay, if you give me the ball, I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. It ain't gonna be 100% like it normally is. I'm gonna do what you ask me to do. But he is always. He said when he went to Phoenix, when he was going to Phoenix, that it's not about practice. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's just him being able to play the way his style. His style has to mesh, and it didn't mesh in Brooklyn. It did mesh in Phoenix. If he got him a championship in in Golden State, if they would have hung on a little while longer, I think he would have got a championship in OKC. But that's what he said. These are his words, not mine. I'm just saying. I agree with y'all. He is a franchise devastator, raker. He comes and goes, and they ain't got nothing to show for it. It's like
Yeah,
having a credit card and buying it on BS, and then don't have nothing to show for it after you got the credit card.
yeah. Knicks don't need to change too much, nothing, man. They don't need to. They don't need to go get no Kevin Durant. That's gonna set them back. Keep what you got and add a piece or two here. With that depth, and just add a piece. That's it.
Kevin Durant need to go home. He need to go to Washington.
I will try to trade Jamal Murray, Zeke, Nigel, and Jermaine Strother to the Knicks for Mikael Bridges and Josh Hart.
Hell no. I'm not letting Bridges go. Bridges is my perimeter defender. No,
Dang.
and you can let Josh Hart go? No, no.
All right. Well, just thought I'd throw some out there. Let's go to the next topic. This is your true and false segment that you created, Mike. Great job on the rundown. We always got to give you your flowers on the rundown because you do a great job as always. Taking that
Appreciate it,
stress
big guy.
off of.
Big
So
guy.
you
Appreciate that.
just they coming in just like the waves. The rundown coming in like the waves. You got.
Appreciate it, big guy. I ain't got the questions in front of me though, Faye. You got them?
I got them. I got them. Hold on one second. I'll get my headphones.
They're gonna be good here. It's one question. I'm curious to hear what. I'm ready to go to battle with Anatole on one of them.
All right, I'm gonna start with this question. I'm gonna jump around a little bit so that way you be unexpected. The Philadelphia Eagles will repeat as Super Bowl champions. True or false? Start with
Who
Ryan. Okay, can't start with Ryan. We'll start with Michael.
you- Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna say true. They bringing everybody back. They got. They got. I'm gonna say true.
No, he's going to
What? Anatole. Eagles will repeat as champions.
Uh, false. And I love the Eagles. Philly Dogs. You know what? Jalen Hurts, my frat brother. The Philly Dogs. I'm going Philadelphia. I might be an Eagles fan. I might be an Eagles fan. I'm going. Eagles gonna repeat. Yeah, they repeat.
Big straw.
Yeah, give me the Eagles, man. The Eagles, they do their thing, man. They acquired enough talent in the past 2-3 years, even with the draft and with Jalen Hurts. Give me the Eagles. Give me a true on that one.
I'm gonna take a false because of Saquon Barkley's injury history, plus the fact he was hanging out with Trump. So I'm gonna go with that. Every other year, the last 4 years, he's hurt. Good year, hurt. 2,000 yards. So this year he's gonna be hurt. So I'm just going by the history. He had a healthy year. The last year he sprained his ankle for out 6 weeks. Year before there was the playoffs. Year before they tore his knee up. So I'm going by the law averages. He's going to be hurt this year. I'm not speaking he's going to get hurt. Every other year since he's been in the league, he's every opposite year he's been hurt.
So you calling him Chris Paul?
No, he won a championship. Chris Paul
I
ain't.
got you. You're right. That was a Chris Paul joke. Straw. You missed that. We joke on Chris Paul on this show.
Yeah, Chris Paul always break his wrist somehow.
Mhm.
Every year, break his wrist. I don't know what he doing to break his wrist like that every year.
He needs some milk.
I don't know what he doing. All right, LeBron James will win another championship. False, but go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I didn't realize how tough them damn questions were when I put them out there. LeBron James went. I say false.
Straw.
What was the question again?
True or false? LeBron with another championship.
Negative. LeBron will not win another championship before he retires because of the parity in the league that has shown up in the past few years. LeBron will make another run at it, but they won't. They're not going to win a championship.
Fred Johnson, Fred of the show, said false unless he is traded to Cleveland, and I will agree with that. But what will you give up to get LeBron?
I mean, he might get him a hometown discount for all we know. He may just. How many more years does he have on this deal?
It's an opt out this year, so if he opts in, but if I let me say that, let me jump in with this part right here before we get to Anderson. Well, matter of fact, go ahead, Anderson. I'll jump in a second.
You know my answer. It's true. Next year, Lakers in 5. All we need is a big. That's all we need. We're a big away. Lakers in 5.
All right, Mike. Jared Allen, Darius Garland, LeBron.
You going back to Cleveland?
Going back to Cleveland.
Give me Evan Mobley and Darius Garland. You can have LeBron.
I'm not giving them all the development they what the coach name is, Kenny Atkinson did with Mobley. All the development. I'm not trading away Evan Mobley. Excuse me. I'm not trading away Evan Mobley. I would. I mean, you get Jared Allen.
No,
Jared
sir.
Allen, Derek Garland.
Evan Mobley and Garland, and y'all can have LeBron and his son.
That's on the trade I can see making sense because you got shooters. The only problem is Donovan Mitchell. He gets in his own way. He has yet to come out the second round. He has the Joel Embiid syndrome.
Would that be better, sir, for him though, to have somebody to facilitate too?
On that caveat also, Donovan Mitchell is injury prone too. But you got Ty Jerome who was 6-man candidate, 6-man a year candidate. So Ty Jerome off the bench. Max Strus could slide on down to the bench like he did this year. Who? Max Strus.
The one who said if you don't think you're gonna win, stay home and you ain't no points.
Shot over 9. Yeah.
That Max Strus. Oh, okay.
Gotcha. That Max Strus, that guy. But the only way I see them winning a championship, LeBron 40, so DeAndre Hunter has to be on the court with him. DeAndre Hunter has to go to the 3, LeBron at the 4, Mobley at the 5. You got Donovan, I guess, at the 1.5, and maybe Ty Jerome will start. I just don't see Mike Strus starting.
Brian start.
Brian needed another year. Let me say about Bronny right quick. Folks kind of forgot that boy had a cardiac arrest, almost died, which messed up his freshman year in college. Where he in the G League, he averaged 22 points a game, I think, right?
He balled out in the G League.
Bronny was balling.
I just really think he was better served, and I'm gonna continue to be on this hill. Bronny was better served to play another year in college, and if he would have came out this last draft, if he would have came out this year, I think he would have been undisputable a top 10 pick. You got to have more of a body of work, in my opinion. You got to have more of a body of work. His body of work was single digit points, single digit assists, single digit everything else. They took a flyer on him simply because of who his dad was. We've already talked about that.
And do you have a problem with that nepotism for African Americans?
Not for us, but when we talk about in the realm of just sports, I think that a person should prove themselves. I don't think that there should be anything where it should be, oh yeah, my dad is Michael Jordan. You saw what happened with that. Oh, my dad's LeBron James. Okay, well, you better show you got something like that in you. And he doesn't.
I got you one better straw.
Come on with
19 190, maybe it's 2000s. University of Georgia hired Mark Richt. Who did Bobby Bowden hire as his OC? His
Was it
son.
Tommy?
His
Was it
son.
Tommy?
Well, I want to say I don't
So
know if it was I
so
don't know if it was Tommy. It wasn't Tommy. It was the other one. Cause Tommy went to Clemson, right? Didn't Tommy go to Clemson?
Tommy
Tommy
was
went
at
Tom
Clemson. It wasn't.
and
It
Terry's
wasn't.
Auburn.
Was
Terry
it
was
It was the
Terry?
other
Auburn.
one.
It was
Was
Terry, wasn't it?
19? What now?
Terry went to
Maybe it was
Auburn because
2000.
my homeboy went to school down there. Terry Bowden was at Auburn.
Yeah, I think Trent. Yeah, Trent was at Auburn at the same time where Terry was there.
So he got one more son, I think, because he's got another son that he has one more son that was coaching him, if I'm not mistaken. Unless this was like right when he left. What year you say it was, Anatoly? What year
It,
was it?
I think it was Jeff Bowden.
Mm, that might be
Mm.
right. But either
When
way, so
Georgia
we
hired
all
Mark Richt, he
agreed.
hired Jeff Bowden. Let me look real quick.
But yeah,
Let me
we
look
all
real
agreed
quick.
that LeBron will not win a championship unless he go to Cleveland.
Yep.
Okay. The person that need to answer this question will is not on the show tonight. Miami Hurricanes will make the 2025 college football playoffs. Who are they quarterback?
Carson Beck.
False. Go ahead, Straw.
I'm gonna say false.
They playing in a weak ACC, y'all. I'm gonna say true.
Club Nick.
Hey,
Forget about
remember the playoff 12 team now, y'all.
yeah. Club Nick and SMU. Club Nick and with the Clemson and I think Jennings at SMU. That's your answer right now. Those two teams.
Hey,
If they
real
get
quick.
two.
It was Jeff Bowden from '01 to '06. They
Jeff,
FSU fans
it was
called
Jeff.
those the
Oh,
the forgotten years. He
Yeah,
was
because
horrible.
they scored 2 points in the championship game against Oklahoma.
That was Mark Richt.
Um
That was Mark Richt. That was Mark Richt. That was
Um,
Mark Richt.
oh,
That
that's
was
it.
Mark Richt.
Oh my.
That was Mark
Either
Richt.
way,
That was Mark Richt.
they still scored. Well, they technically didn't score 2 points. The defense scored 2 points because Oklahoma let them have them 2 points. So Miami making the 20 college football playoff. Anatole, true or false?
True. True. Carson Beck.
Straw.
false.
Okay. The Atlanta Braves will win the championship before the Georgia Bulldogs. True or false? That's a false. But go ahead.
I got false too. I don't. As much as the Georgia Bulldogs lost last year, we don't even know who the quarterback gonna be. So I really think that before any of them get there, you know what? You said Atlanta Braves will win one before Georgia Bulldogs. At this
Mm-hmm.
point, yes, I would go true.
Ooh, Ryan. Jumped out there on
Ooh,
that. Right
Mike.
now, the Braves are they can't beat none of the best teams in the National League. They can't beat the
Mm-mm.
Padres. They can't beat the Dodgers. They can't beat the Mets, the Phillies.
Phillies.
Them four teams right there are better than the Braves. I'm
Oh,
gonna
don't forget
say
about the
false.
Cubs. Don't forget about the
On
Cubs.
the
Don't forget
Cub, the
about the
Cub
Cubs.
balling too.
Yeah. That why we need to
well,
bring that.
I
That
mean,
why
we
we need
ain't
to bring
talking
the
about
Sun
they gonna
Devils.
win. We ain't talking about they gonna win it this year. We ain't talking about they gonna win it this year.
The question is just basically saying who will win the championship first, the Braves or the Georgia Bulldogs?
The Dogs.
Okay. Well, I'll go with Georgia then. Just the Bulldogs. Georgia will win one before the Braves, unless something miraculous happens in Atlanta, where you have a whole bunch of talent to kind of come through there some kind of way with trades and draft or whatever. But yeah, I changed them. I digress.
I already know the answer for this for Anatole. The World Cup is the greatest sporting event in the
Well,
world.
that's what I was waiting on right here.
True. True.
I was waiting on. I was
Listen.
waiting on this.
Listen. Listen.
I
Listen.
set
Listen.
him up, Fade. I was waiting on
Do
this one,
listen.
Fade.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen. Do you know how hard it is for me to get a ticket to any World Cup game in Atlanta? My brother is a police major for Marta Police. You hear
Hey, the
me?
World
He
Cup
got
this
all kind of
summer, or next
connections.
summer.
Next year.
It's this. It's next summer.
Next year.
Yeah, my wife best friend works for the mayor's office, and they can't get me tickets to World Cup in Atlanta. It's impossible to get a ticket. It's the biggest sporting event, and I might just go to Atlanta just to be in the atmosphere. I'm so excited, y'all. I can't even. You know what? I'm a little moist about it. I'm a little moist about it.
You got Morris?
Moist.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it, was it your nipples got moist or what? Like, that ain't
It's a
none of my
big,
business.
it's a big
No.
event. It's a huge event. I'm so excited. I can talk about this all day. I love soccer. If y'all don't know, I love
Now,
European
now,
soccer.
now, let me do my Lee Corso not so fast, my friend.
Not so
Let me
fast, my
say
friend.
this: the reason I wouldn't put World Cup number one. Now, World Cup is number one because it's got the world in the title, World Cup. Everybody participates in this sport. The sport soccer itself is a global sport. But when we talking about a sporting event, it ain't gonna be too many. It ain't gonna be too many women. I'm gonna say Ryan wife, my wife, and I say Faye wife. I'm just assuming they'll sit down and watch Super Bowl before they watch the World Cup.
Oh,
Am I right,
facts.
Faye?
It's oh, facts.
Am I
And my
right,
wife
Ryan?
too.
you're
Yep.
right.
So I can't put the World Cup the best sporting event in the world when, like, your casual fan watches the Super Bowl, and that's typically your women that's gonna watch it. They're not gonna sit down and watch USA play Venezuela in the World Cup. I mean,
No,
I'm just
but
being honest. Now, as a sports person, I'm gonna watch soccer. I watch soccer. I watch Major League Soccer. I watch the World Cup, CONCACAF. I watch all that. I watch the Premier League. I watch a lot of that. I don't watch it maybe as much as Anatole, but I know the teams. I know about the European teams and Manchester United, and I know a little soccer, but that still is not bigger than the Super Bowl. Like, ain't too many people gonna take off for the World Cup. Ain't nobody gonna call the job tomorrow and be like, "Hey, shit, man, I'm hungover, man. I watched the World Cup yesterday." Ain't nobody gonna do that. But that Super Bowl, and you maybe can't, you maybe you can't define them both because there's different types of events. But when I think of sporting events, I think of your casual fan, what they sit down and watch. And I don't see a casual fan gonna sit down and watch the World Cup. That's why I got the Super Bowl. That's why that question fade is false. And that's why I got the Super Bowl is the best sporting event in the world.
Let me push back on you a little bit. The World Cup is not number one. I would say Olympics is number one because everybody watch the Olympics. But World Cup is number two. Soccer is a transcending sport.
the
Y'all saw what
beautiful
happened in
game.
Miami.
The beautiful game.
The beautiful game. Y'all saw what happened in
The,
Miami. The people in Miami were not ready for that, and that was not World Cup. That was what they call
MLS.
America's Cup. No, that was America Cup.
Concacaf.
That was like okay, so every odd year they have what they call the European championships. All teams in Europe play against each other, and they have the American championships. So South America, North America, what
Yeah, the
Mexico they
Concacaf.
play.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of sort of. But anyway, they weren't prepared. So my brother, who works for Motor Police, his train station, he's over from the airport to the Mercedes Benz. They have a meeting every Monday and Wednesday about the World Cup. It's huge. I'm telling you. I feel what you're saying, Atwater, but you got entire people from these different countries moving their families to America for these 2 weeks. Well, not it's 2 months actually. Well, it's a month. It's like 6 weeks. So yeah, man, it's World Cup. It's a World Cup by far.
Oh, I definitely watch it, especially with US. I I got I started loving soccer in '99 when the US women played for the gold medal that year. And I've been following the World Cup and the different events since then. So, I know the World Cup is a big thing, but like I say, your casual fan is not gonna sit down and watch Angola against Brazil. They're just not.
So, so to your point, I will say truth, and the reason I'm saying true is because there is no American football anywhere else, right? So when you talk about Europe, Spain, Italy, Brazil, they don't even get touched by. We don't even touch those nations except for once a year. So that's what they grew up on. Think about this: Pele, who is one of the greatest soccer players of all time, is a Brazilian guy, and it transcends. It goes worldwide. And the reason I say it is because, like Anatoly said, we can say the Olympics, but right now Yeah, for World Cup outside the Olympics, World Cup, World Cup.
I got,
Fade
I,
got some got breaking news.
That's coming in now. I got breaking news. Oklahoma City is up 65-32. Shots proclaimed best player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Julius Randle, 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 4 turnovers.
I told you that's personal. He don't care for Anthony Edwards. That's why he said it. You got to read between the lines. Blurred
So,
line. You got to read between the lines with ratio
oh,
now.
hold on. I got more breaking news. Hold on. I got more breaking news. Hold on. We have coming to the stage right here a guy on his birthday. Don't remember what happened to his birthday. This is a 97. I was there. A guy we haven't seen in a minute, and I got a tear coming out of my eye because I love this. We all love this guy. Just you know who he is when we show him.
Well, hi, fellas. Hey, fellas.
Hey,
What's
Damon.
going
How are
on?
you?
D. Randall in the
Hey, Faye.
house. We missed
Hey,
you, D.
Damon.
Randall. We missed ya.
Hey, Damon.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Damon.
Hey, hey, Dave.
Hey, Faye. Hey,
Um,
Mike.
Hey,
so hey, Michael.
Hey, Mike.
hey,
Damon,
Dave, man.
we gonna give you a one shot on
Okay,
this.
bet.
Give you a one. I'm gonna give you a one shot on this. Shot said last week that Julius Randle is the best player on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Go.
Say the man just said that's personal. Leave that alone. Go
I
ahead,
don't
man. What's up,
believe.
Damien? What's up,
I
D-Man?
don't. What's popping? I don't believe he meant that. I think he was being sarcastic because Ant Edwards had a bad game. Um, I don't think. I think we all know the Ant Man is the best player, but you got to realize he's still relatively young. That team really hasn't done. They're still young playoff wise. Randall has the experience. I just need more from Minnesota. I need a little more movement. They get stagnant a lot. I don't know if they rely on one on one a little too much for me, and maybe it's because the Ant Man when he's on, and really you can't stop him. But it's more involvement need to go on. That's just my opinion. I don't think Shot meant that though. I think he would just Ant had a bad game.
Oh,
Hey,
let me.
Jamon, to answer your question, yes. She took her shirt off. Yes, Jamon. Sure did. Hey, Faye, ask Damon the true false question. Let's see his results. See what he say.
All right, Chris Paul need to go to Minnesota if you want a non-stagnant offense, but that's neither here nor there.
I agree with that.
True. No, go back to my true false questions. LeBron will win another championship. Get your thought on that.
I'm gonna say false.
Yeah, I think we all kind of see it fall.
All right, Philadelphia will repeat as the Super Bowl champions.
As of now, I say true.
I see it true too, cuz.
I say
I said
true.
true about the Lakers. Nah, about LeBron winning championship. Go
I
ahead.
say I say false about the Eagles because every other year Saquon Barkley gets hurt, and this the year he's going to get hurt because he didn't get hurt
But
last year.
I hear you, Faye. But to rebut that, they still have a very good defense, and they still have a quarterback that can, when he's healthy, is a dual threat. So I don't know if Barkley will necessarily get hurt from usage. It will have to be something like freakish. I don't know it'll be usage. As long as they got that defensive line and they got an offensive line, I can roll with them.
I think. Let's see.
Come here.
Braves win it. The Braves will win a championship for the Bulldogs.
World Series?
Yeah, the Braves won the World Series before the Bulldogs won the national championship.
Oh, wait. I might have to go with them dogs.
Them damn dogs.
Them dogs. Them
I
damn
might
dogs.
have to go.
Hunker down, you hairy dog.
Here's my reasoning. Kirby's smart. Kirby can recruit. Kirby can coach a defense. Kirby can I honestly believe the next couple years, if you see Kirby, you see these dogs maybe lose 1 or 2 games the next 2 years, national title coming. I can't say the same for the Braves.
All right, I say this question for last for everybody because before we go to Mike's top 25 draft picks the last 25 years. Steph Curry is a top 10 player in NBA history.
Woo! All right, so
We can start with
let's just check the box real quick. Michael Jordan top 10, check. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar top 10, check. Bill Russell, that's 3. Kobe
mm-hmm,
Bryant, LeBron James, that's 5.
mm-hmm,
Wilt Chamberlain, I'm at 6. Larry Bird, that's 7. Magic Johnson, that's 8.
mm-hmm,
I've got to put Tim Duncan 9.
mm-hmm. Did you say
Uh,
Will Chamberlain?
y'all said
Yeah,
Wilt
that's
Chamberlain.
not. Yeah, you said Will.
Will.
And 10. Steph
10
right
is a
outside.
toss up. 10 may be somebody's favorite player because if
10,
you want to,
10 could be Shaq or Akeem Olajuwon. Well,
that's
no.
who I was thinking. One of them two.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I was thinking. One of them two.
Steph Curry is that's false, but it ain't just all out of the just real crazy.
I tell you this: if he win another
Hey,
title, he top 10.
He's top
I'm
10,
say
but he's
this.
not cracking the
He
top
he 10
5.
on my list. He 10 on my list. I got Will Chamberlain out of the top 10. He 10 on my list. I got Shaq 9
What?
and Steph 10.
Man, what the hell
I
that dude
do.
just
I
said?
don't have Will. I don't have. I got. You want to hear my list? I got MJ, LeBron, Kareem, Magic Johnson, Bird, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Shaq, Bill Russell, and Steph. I don't have Will in my top 10.
Can I? Hey, Anatole. The only thing I'll rebut, you got Kareem in that top 10, rightfully so. When they played against each other, he gave Kareem the business, and he was older.
Older.
Yeah, but
He
with
gave him
Kyrie,
the
you know,
business.
let's do body of
He
He
was
work.
the
gave
all-time leading
Kareem
scorer.
the absolute business.
You right.
And
He was
I'm
the
You
talking
right
all-time
about
about
this
leading
that.
was an
scorer.
old Wilt. And now everybody hold it against Wilt that he was the tallest man playing and all this. But when a tall man came and was younger, he destroyed him. So I don't necessarily can say I can easily move him out the top 10. It's not his fault that he was now the greatest defensive player back in the day was Bill Russell, 11 championships. Head to head, he killed Bill. He killed Bill.
Head to head. Oh, shit.
Ah, ah.
All I'm
Woo!
saying, it's tough. The top 10 really is tough because you can kind of the ninth and the 10th, you can maneuver around. You can put whoever you want. Some people will put David Robinson in the top 10. Some people will put Karl
Man,
Malone
anybody
in the
put
top
who
10.
gonna put Dave Robinson in the top 10 before you
I've
do
heard
it?
a lot of people consider
Man,
him
you
Dave,
ain't
top
never
10.
heard nobody have David Robinson top
Dave
10
Robinson
all
mama
time.
probably did.
That's about it.
I've
Ain't
heard a
nobody
lot of people.
She probably a fine
I'm gonna
man,
lady too.
tell.
She
I've
probably a
man,
heard a
you ain't
lot
fine
of
never
lady.
heard
people say it.
y'all ain't never heard nobody say David Robinson one of the top 10 players ever
I
played.
have. Just because
Man,
y'all haven't, I have. Just because you haven't, don't mean I have.
man,
Steph
Just
not
because
top
you have
10.
not, and you talking about, and I'm telling you why they do it because it's just like how they argue about uh uh all NBA teams, whether it be all NBA or all defensive, all that type of stuff. They argue it mainly because of his defensive paralysis. He scored over 20,000 points. He got 2 championships, top 5 in blocks. I'm saying that's the argument they're gonna make. It ain't just points; it's overall accolades.
I think
That's
it's
what
even
people
tough for
always
David
do. That's where
Robinson.
they go wrong at.
I don't even know if
Sometimes
David
it ain't just
Robinson is one of the
that.
top 20 players to ever play. It's hard for him to get in the top 20.
Yeah, because you got to throw Joker, got to get in there somewhere.
Wait a minute, now we're talking about top 20 all time. I don't know the Joker there yet.
3 MVPs, 1 championship.
Because we hadn't even mentioned Iverson, Isaiah, Stockton, Barkley, Karl Malone. That's 5 more people that ain't even in the top 10. So right now we
Ewan,
at
you ain't
15.
mentioned Ewan, you ain't
Hakeem,
mentioned nothing.
Hakeem
Miller,
Olajuwon, Hakeem
Jerry West,
Olajuwon.
Jerry West, Oscar
Like
So what's
Robertson.
here's the issue. This is the issue, and nobody really want. What is the criteria? What are you doing this by?
Yeah, that's a
What are
good
you
point
doing this by?
because we're going by championship. Then Will is the greatest. Then Robert
If
No,
you
Ory.
go by,
Russell.
if you need to go
Russell.
by criteria, championships and statistics.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna name a player. You tell me how many championships they got. Michael,
6,
6,
6,
Kobe,
5,
5,
Magic,
5,
4,
5,
5,
Larry,
3,
3,
Shaq,
4,
4,
Isaiah,
2,
2,
Tim,
5.
5.
2. He got
Akeem,
Hakeem has
Hakeem
2.
got 2.
David Robinson.
2.
He got 2.
So you got a majority of the people that we named got at least 2. So now, if you're going by stats again, where does these players rank points per game, assists per game, all NBA defense? Because everybody's criteria is different. That's why people put different players in the top 10. The nine is stationary. Well, really the 8. You can argue 9 and 10. What depends on how you go by stats, because you look at Akeem Olajuwon, he first in blocks, he first in steals as a center. You got to Stockton don't have near championship, and he's first in assists. No, he's first in steals and assists. He ain't got a championship. Where would you rank? Because he don't have a championship, would he be in that top 15? I'm not saying top 10. I'm talking about straight criteria.
I mean, let me just say this. Stockton and David Robinson, for an example, they could have consideration coming to the top 20 party. I ain't necessarily saying that they automatically in,
Man,
but
I think
they got to
David is
check with
automatically in the
somebody.
top 20.
They got to check with
No.
somebody before they get in.
You got
They,
you
I
got
don't even
Moses
like David
Malone.
Robinson. I think he's in the top 20.
You got Moses Malone. You got Dirk. You got Oscar Robertson. You got Kevin Durant. Come on, Hakeem. Mm-mm,
You
mm-mm,
could
mm-mm.
you no. Okay,
Jerry
here's the thing.
West. Karl
With
Malone.
with the ones you just named and told, by the time they finish, you arguing them top 10. Durant, uh, uh, you can argue a top 10 for Penny. David Robinson probably is in that top 20 as of now. As of now, he in that top 20 because you looking at his stats. You're looking at what he put up, his career averages in points, his career averages in rebounds, his total points, his total rebound. He has an MVP, multiple All NBA player, multiple All NBA defensive player. He got the stats. By the time the Joker and all them finish, they're gonna probably pass him. He'll probably be out of the top 20. But as of now, he's in the top 20.
there's a
I
lot of
ain't gonna
guys
say
that still need to be
And
like.
I'm not a Robinson fan. I'm just saying if you look at his points and all his stats and all that. I think Moses Malone is a better center. I always like Moses Malone. See, I'm biased on certain centers.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a big Dirk fan, and I think Dirk is above David Robinson. I think Giannis is gonna
I would
be.
agree with that.
I think Giannis is above David Robinson right now. You
I would
know,
agree with that.
yeah, but and they have less rings. But because we seen Tim Duncan carrying David Robinson to the rings. So one of the rings on the shortest season, what they played 41 games, fade, something
50,
like that.
50 games. 50
They
games.
played 50 games. They beat the Knicks without Ewing. They had Marcus Camby playing center. So yeah, so one of the rings, I hate to say the ring was tainted, but it was
It
like
was.
out here. They
Well,
played,
if it weren't for Sean Elliott hitting that 3, they wouldn't have went nowhere. Sean
yeah.
Elliott saved the championship run.
Yeah, what
So
in the conference championship against the
Yeah,
Blazers.
yeah, he
yeah.
saved it. That 3 is what gave him that championship.
But you know what we said. We all went to HBCU. If we was a fifth, we'd all be what?
We'd all be drunk. We'd all be
Yeah.
drunk like
All
I am
right,
right now.
so let me ask y'all this since you talking about Steph. And it was an argument I seen on YouTube. Who is the better point guard? Isaiah Thomas or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry. Steph
Isaiah.
Curry. Steph
Point
Curry.
guard.
Steph Curry.
Point guard? Point guard.
Point guard. Draymond is the point guard.
I didn't say guard. I said point guard.
I like Steph better.
Isaiah Thomas is a better point.
Isaiah's a much better point guard than Steph.
Draymond is the point. Steph is
much better.
Off guard.
He's an off guard in the point guard's body, like Allen Iverson. He's not a point guard like that. Yeah, he averaged 6, 7 assists. Isaiah was a floor general that could score.
Mm-hmm.
He was a floor general that can score. Career average of 9 assists. Career. That's not even an argument.
That goes back to that 9-10 argument we were just talking about. That goes back to that. Because in my opinion, if I had to make a team, then he would be on that team over Isaiah. That's just me. I get more point production out of him than I do Isaiah. I'm just saying.
So Isaiah, okay, that's a good point. So Isaiah, Mike, let's do the math. Isaiah averaged for his career 19 points, almost 10 assists. So if you're saying he got 2 points per assist, that's almost 38 points a game. Steph averaged for his career, like 23 and almost 7 assists.
2 points per assist.
So that's 30 a game. So if you look, and then at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, Steph can dribble and get his shot off, but Isaiah can dribble, get his shot off, and go to the rack. He just don't rely on threes. That's getting your bigs open. That's getting people in foul trouble. Not saying that Steph can't do it, but to me, the point guard is a floor general that can get people involved. Isaiah is that and can score. That's to me gives Isaiah the nod in that instance. To me, he's the better point guard. Now, if you want somebody to shoot that clutch shot, I got Steph all day. But I ain't gonna even say that because on a bad wheel, Isaiah scored 25.
In a quarter against the Lakers in Game 6.
So I can't really say that is superior just Steph. I can't say, that's hands down. I'm just making an argument that a lot of people love Steph, rightfully so. I don't think he's a floor general. He's a 2 guard that can pass. That's just my opinion.
Isaiah Thomas has 2,500 more assists than Steph, and he's played in less games than Steph by like 50, 60 games.
Bingo. That's a floor general.
That's a stat.
Yeah, because Torres Achilles up in 93.
That's what made him retire. He only played 11 years. That's what took his career.
Steph played 979 games. I mean, Isaiah played 979. Steph played 1,026.
And to be fair to Steph, missed about almost close to 3 seasons, 2 because of ankle and 1 because of
right. So just to be fair, I give him that.
But I count by games. So Isaiah 979 games, Steph 1,026. So I know they missed seasons, but counting by games, Isaiah still got him by a lot of assists. But the game was different back then. It wasn't a real game.
It was. So all I'm saying, Anatole, all I'm saying is the point guard that Isaiah plays, once again, if it was a fit, we all be drunk. In a wide open game like this, with his handles and his vision and his scoring, we wouldn't be talking about this.
And another thing to tag on, I want to get to the top 25 list. Last thing for this topic, a lot of folks don't realize the Pistons had a top 5 offense in the 80s. Their offense was top 5. They just talk about the defense.
Y'all remember that game they scored? They beat Denver. Well, one of them won 187 to 184.
Now they could score. They could score. They started 5. And you had Vinny and Johnson, Microwave, Mark Aguirre, Rick Mahorn,
Joe Dumars.
Joe. No, I'm just talking about the bench. I'm talking about the bench.
Okay, the bench. Okay, I got you.
John Sally. I want to say
people don't realize how tough Mark Aguirre was to be 6'7", though.
6'7". He was on the Mavericks first when he went to the Pistons.
Yeah, he was the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to this pick. This number 1 wasn't that because Mike asked me before. I think he asked me yesterday. I want to hear y'all on this one. I want to hear y'all.
So to wrap it up, man. a 25 for 25 series. So what we got today is ranking the NFL number one draft picks since 2000. So of course, with it being 2025, we've had 25 number one draft picks. This is based off of what they done in the league, not college, and this is what they, what production they had. It's gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna go with it. Number
Is
25, and I'm gonna tell you how sad this is. Jamarcus Russell is number 25. Cam Ward ain't played a game yet, and he over Jamarcus Russell. That's how
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
Jamarcus Russell is.
That's a good pick, Mike. It's a good pick.
Jamarcus Russell comes in at 25. I got Cam Ward 24, Bryce
Mm-hmm.
Young at 23, Caleb Williams 22, Courtney Brown. He was the number one pick in 2000, defensive end, Penn State. He 21. Trayvon Walker, dog man at Jacksonville. He 20. David Carr 19. Sam Bradford 18. Trevor Lawrence 17. Jameis Winston 16. So that's
Mm,
the bottom part of it right now. Alex Smith 15. Eric Fisher, the offensive tackle that went to the Chiefs, he 14. Baker Mayfield 13. Kyler Murray 12. Carson Palmer 11. Now we go into these top 10. These are the 10 best number one NFL draft picks since 2000, all production in the league. 10, Jadeveon Clowney. Number
mm-hmm.
9, Jared Goff. 8, Mario Williams, defensive end from NC State. 7, Joe Burrow. 6, Cam Newton. 5, Jake Long, offensive tackle. Long. Offensive tackle from Michigan. Number 4. Now, this top 4, man, is kind of crazy, so stick with me. 4, I got Andrew Luck 4. Matthew
Mm-hmm.
Stafford 3.
Hmm?
Michael Vick 2. And I
No.
think the best number one draft pick, number one pick since 2000 is Eli Manning.
It,
um
it, you, go ahead, Fabian.
no
Go ahead,
you
Fabian. You
Eli
can't
Manning was
have.
found. Uh,
Go ahead, Fabian.
no,
Go
you
ahead.
you I go ahead.
It's your show. It's your show, sir. You got to moderate. You have the floor,
I
sir.
we're gonna start with Anatole first. Go ahead.
You can't have Vic in front of my man Staff. Staff won a ring.
Mike still find
Staff, I know
dogs.
got more. I know Staff got more yards passing than him, and you know, I understand Eli number one. I know that people are gonna like Eli number one. He got 2 rings.
Yeah,
Eli number one.
people ain't gonna
Yeah,
like Eli being number one, but I got Eli number one. I
Eli number
put
one. Oh,
Vic,
he
I
number one.
put Vic,
Eli. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
put Vic 2. Stafford, I feel like has had a better career, but Michael Vick, man, is number 2 because he kind of catapulted the black quarterback, in my opinion, and made this running quarterback, made it famous, made it popular. Hell,
So
in
so
the
so
recruiting rankings now, they got a dual threat quarterback. Now I know people gonna say, well, Randall Cunningham used to run on. Yeah, they used to run, but Michael Vick done had some games where he done ran for more yard than threw from yard. So and Michael Vick took Atlanta to I feel like he made Atlanta more popular as well. But I think Matthew Stafford may have had a better career, but Michael Vick, he kind of transcended the position for the black quarterback and for making it, the dual threat type quarterback and that kind of thing too. But
Well,
you
we're
can,
not
like I
gonna
say,
say we're not
you
gonna
can flip flop 2 and 3.
we're not gonna say for the black quarterback because because we're gonna say for the dual threat quarterback for this show. We're gonna say that, but I understand what you're saying. But this is not a superlative list per se. We like Michael Vick because he comes to school every day. He got perfect attendance. Stafford is number 2. Vick is like myself personally. I like Cam Newton in front of Michael Vick. Me personally, and I like Michael Vick guy. I still got my Michael Vick Atlanta Falcons in my closet right now. So I feel you talking about what it did for the city for the culture, but I got Cam Newton in front of Michael Vick. That's just me,
Hey,
but it's not my list. It's your list, sir. But good job,
Oh
Michael.
man, yeah,
Very
I,
good
I
list, sir.
guess.
okay, so here's what I'm the top 10 can be maneuvered if you want to be honest. Uh Joe Burrow, Cam Newton can go before Jake Long.
Mm-hmm.
Um I can put Jared Goff in that top 5 if I wanted to. If we talking about just talking about production in the league, I could. Goff deserves to be in that top 5.
I don't know about that.
Andrew Luck gonna
Okay,
play
so
6 years. Go ahead.
We disregarding Jake Long career at Miami. I know he was 6, 7-time Pro Bowler.
I get it. But hear me out, Mike. Hear me out. I'm looking at Goff. He went to. First of all, let's give credit what credit is due. He took the Rams to a Super Bowl, albeit he lost, but they went to a Super Bowl. He rejuvenated his career with the Lions. If you're talking about straight production, Joe Burrow, Cam Newton can all go before Jake Long. Not taken away from an offensive tackle, because Jake Long proved to be one of the premier left tackles in the league while he was there. Injuries cut his career short. I can even move Mario Williams out of that top 10 if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow needs to be a lot higher. Cam definitely needs to be higher. And the reason, I mean, even Andrew, you can even drop Andrew Luck because he retired young. I can make an argument. I know y'all don't want me to, but I actually can make an argument for Matt Stafford, even though he got one ring. I can make an argument for him, especially since he only 20-some touchdowns away from 400. He almost over 60,000 passing yards. He gonna crack both of them this year. I think if he win a ring this year or before he retires, he'll probably be that number 1. Only reason why Eli's number 1, he got 2 rings. His stats, Matt's stats is way better than Eli's. Eli got almost 75 more interceptions than Matt. Me and Mike looked it up. He got way more interceptions than Eli. Eli would say Eli wasn't that cat saved Eli for getting that second Super Bowl against the Patriots. That second game. I can really make an argument for Matt Stafford. But Goff need to be higher. I think the bottom half you got right.
That's what I want to get to right now. Just semantics. Alex Fisher had a better career than Eric Fisher. You got to take into account Alex Smith had 7 offensive coordinators in his first 7 years.
Might be right. You might be right on that too.
So I will put him a little bit higher because he went to a championship game, and Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield hasn't. Jameis Winston, he got an eye fix. He's still throwing interceptions. David Carr, I will drop him to 24, and Cam Ward would be actually higher than him.
No, we can't put Cam Ward too high. He ain't played the game yet.
Yeah, but David Carr had 80 sacks in his first season. He was sacked out the league.
All that ain't his fault. You need to talk to your offensive line
and his coordinator.
But all sacks are not
sacked. Ain't all his fault.
All sacks ain't the offensive line fault too. Just like Caleb Williams. Right. Caleb Williams has 63 sacks. At least 30 of those sacks are his fault.
Maybe. Cam Ward can't go no higher than 24. He ain't took a snap yet.
Okay, fine. We'll put Derek Carr at 23 then.
But that damn Jamarcus Russell,
he stayed at 25. If we go 30 and to have open spots between 26 and 29, we would do that.
He's locked.
Yeah, I don't. You can't make an argument for him. You can't make an argument for him at all, really. I ain't even touched that one. When Mike first brought it up, we both said he was the lower of the totem pole.
Yeah, but Jamar asked why we got Carson Palmer so high. I mean,
Carson Palmer, then he was a Pro Bowl a couple of times, wasn't he?
Pro Bowl a couple of times. If his knee wouldn't have got shredded against Pittsburgh, the Bengals would win the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, Troy Polamalu hit him in the knee, man. I think
that one. Troy Polamalu, that was a defensive lineman.
It was a linebacker.
That was messed up, there, man.
If he would have
he didn't do it on purpose. He didn't do it on purpose. What you saying was messed up? He didn't do it on purpose. It ain't like he sought out to knock that man knee out.
You're still a fan. That's why you saying that.
But what you just say? What you just say?
Okay, so where if that's the case, and we
I get
thinking
with
Carson
you,
Palmer is
Brian.
too
I
high,
get with you,
who
Brian.
would you put ahead of
That's
Carson
fine.
Palmer?
Carson, I mean, to be honest with you, Carson Palmer made a championship game with the Cardinals, but got blowed out by the Panthers. You can make an argument that Alex Smith can go behind him or above him, but the problem is though Alex Smith at least had longevity until his leg got messed up with Washington. You could make a case he could be 11 or 12 and move Kyler and Baker now because they haven't done anything. Fisher could slide him down. Jameis, be honest with you, I'll slide him down with Courtney Brown.
Fabian Vick.
Yeah. Get him out of tow. Get him.
Now, check your phone. I'm in Waffle House. I can't talk like I want to. Check your phone. I'll text you, Fabian.
Let me ask y'all, who remembers Courtney Brown?
I remember him.
I remember Courtney Brown. I remember because then the other guy, didn't Arrington go second or what? A different class, a different draft.
No, they came out the same year.
Offensive lineman out of Alabama.
Courtney Brown was Penn State.
No, he was a
With Penn
defensive
State.
lineman from Penn State.
Oh,
With Jerry Sandusky, Damon, man.
You can't see him, that's out.
I can't see him.
That's out.
Shit.
So let me say this. If we're looking at this list, how many quarterbacks was it, Mike? We said it was what, 19?
I think 19 quarterbacks that was drafted number one.
So here's the bigger question. If you was to get a team, let's exclude the young ones. Let's exclude them. Let's get the quarterbacks to play at least 4 or 5 years in the league on here. What quarterback do you trust as an offensive coordinator on this list?
Andrew Luck.
Eli Manning. He don't want me to Super Bowl.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck ain't won nothing.
If he said
he retired,
he didn't say who won. He asked which quarterback
I said,
would you
who
trust?
do I trust?
Andrew Luck.
Who would you get a ball to? Who would you trust in this?
Oh,
right here.
Andrew Luck. No, my bad. Matthew Stafford.
I'm going Eli. Eli won me 2 Super Bowls.
Eli, the only playoff wins Eli Stafford had were of course Super Bowl, but every time they made the playoffs, they were one and done.
It don't matter, Fade. That man got 2 rings still.
He's 148.
You can say all the stuff he won and done it. That man got 2 rings. He beat arguably the greatest football team that ever been assembled, and he came back and beat them a couple of years later.
They were favored in that game against the Patriots. They're favored.
Whatever you about to say that he ain't got or he done this, that man still got 2 championships.
148 and 148 in his career.
And he got 2 rings.
See, that's where I almost I didn't say about. See, that's where I'm agreeing with Faye, because I didn't say he got 2 rings. I'm talking about who would I trust? Because really, in all honesty, Mike, the second Super Bowl, what's name caught that pass on his helmet?
That was the
that was luck.
Super Bowl.
Okay, that was the first Super Bowl. That was luck. That was pure D luck. And if I trust, it's a couple quarterbacks that I trust on this list before I would get a ball to Eli. It's a couple of them.
Hey, but you know what though? Y'all know what though? I just looked at Eli's numbers. They ain't really that bad. I mean, he
going. If anything, that's going to take Eli Manning to the Hall of Fame. It's going to beat them 2 Super Bowls.
Listen, he threw for 57,000 yards.
His numbers are good.
Yeah, he was good.
If he didn't win them 2 Super Bowls, we won't be talking about him at number 1 on this list or a Hall of Fame candidate.
He had 5 winning seasons as a quarterback. 5 winning seasons.
I said who you trust.
Yeah, who you trust.
And I don't really trust Eli like that.
Fabe is still trying to denounce Eli. Nobody
I'm not denouncing.
What you say, bro. He got 2 rings.
Right. Off of fluke plays when they won. The Giants had a front 4 where you didn't have to blitz.
It don't matter. No matter what you said,
his defense
still got him.
2 rings. Chris Canty got the job he got now.
And let me tell y'all something about fluke plays or luck. It's plenty of that don't went around in the league. The miracle catch Franco Harris had against the Raiders. That was a fluke play. So
don't disagree. what you
Don't
And
saying.
disagree.
plenty of fluke plays that's
Mike,
gonna happen.
I don't, Mike, I really honestly don't disagree with what you're saying. I still don't trust him. Fabian gave the greatest stat you can ever give, 148 and 148.
Hey
I
man,
understand he got a, I
and
understand
at
he
the
has a
same
60%.
time, Anatole, in the world's biggest game, in the sport's biggest game,
He showed
he
up.
stepped up.
He showed up. Hey, and he
So
11th in passing
you don't
yard.
trust him, that's fine. But in 2 Super Bowls, he balled. So
He showed. And
whatever you
listen,
want to say, you can say it. But in the biggest game, on the biggest stage, he balled out and won 2 Super Bowls.
so the answer is Stafford, but Eli ain't bad. Eli is 11th in passing yards all time. That's good football. I mean, it's not his fault that his football team suck most time, but he 11th in passing. He got more passing yards than John Elway got, and the same amount of rings. Man, y'all leave Eli alone. Eli the man
So you sitting here telling me because he 11th in passing yards
with 2 rings.
with 2 rings.
Mm-hmm.
If you go by that,
Stafford is the answer, but off this list here,
I
Eli.
give you that. Here's the
Mhm.
problem though. You got a 50-50 chance of winning when he's on the field. 148, 148.
That means
I
we got a
get the
chance.
2 games. I'm not talking about
Okay.
his
So
stats, and I'm talking about who are you giving the ball to that you feel like will win you the game more so than not. According to Eli's record, you're 500.
Man, well,
And
y'all
if
can
you
go
look
get
at, hold
Stafford or
on,
whoever you want to
hold
get.
on.
I'm getting Eli Manning.
If you look at his interception rate to touchdown rate, Stafford's is better. Lux is better. He's thrown more picks in clutch games than he has touchdowns. That's what I mean by trust. It's a couple quarterbacks. I trust golf in situations like that. And I'm not even a golf fan like that, but I trust him.
And Golf showed you this year in the NFC divisional round, he
He
kind of
sure
stunk
did.
it up. And he stunk it up in the
He
Super
sure
Bowl against
did.
the Patriots.
He
So
sure did.
I have a question. I got one question. So what's that stat y'all keep saying for Eli? He got what and what?
I think it was 148, 148. He was 500 quarterback.
500 winning percentage in his
So
career.
so so y'all know I love Matthew Stafford. That's my quarterback. He has 113 wins and 118 losses.
Correct.
Yep.
But I still trust him more than I trust Eli.
And I do too. And
So
I do too.
let's throw the records
So
out, Anatole. Anatole,
throw
let's
the
throw the
records out.
records out.
Yeah,
Let's throw the records out. Let's throw the records out. Let's throw the records out. Everybody. If you had a person like Eli, who's known to throw a pick, who's known to get rid of get rattled to where he throw a pick. 2 minutes to go. You would take Eli because he won the 2 championships, or do you truly trust him to win the game?
Again, I'm going to say this again. The championship matter to me. The biggest stage Eli Manning performed, that's what it mattered to me. That's who I'm going with. Because you talking about Eli Manning done threw picks here, done this and that. Stafford done them too. Rest of these quarterbacks done done it. So if it come to crunch time, the man that has performed the best on the biggest stage, that's who I'm rocking with.
So
Only other quarterback on here that I might consider is Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Hey, I'm gonna
Except
say
the Super
this.
Bowl, he got the Super Bowl. He got a world route in that game when he drive. They lost, but
Hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna let y'all have it. So I mean, you know what? I love Mike Andre. That's my guy. I'm in here drowning with Mike Andre. Eli Manning Super Bowl stats. Oh my God.
555 in 2 games.
Yeah, man, they ain't the best.
Now 3
but he
touchdowns,
did his
1
thing.
interception, 6 sacks.
Yeah, they ain't the best, but they ain't
Hey,
bad though. They ain't bad.
55%
But that second one,
55% completion
hey,
percentage.
that second one though, 30 for 40, 296, 1 touchdown, no picks. That's good
Yeah, yeah.
football, Fabian.
That's good football, Fabian.
Yeah, throw at the end of the game, but yeah, you got sacked 6 times in both
30
Super
for,
Bowls.
30
Hey,
for 40 for 290. That's good football, Fabian. That's
That's
good
hey,
football.
I mean,
here's what here's where I'm finna go with Mr. Vicks on this. Both Giants teams that he played on, superior
well,
defenses.
I said that. Their
But he
front
was
fours, you didn't need to blitz. You didn't have to
he
blitz
was
Brady.
30 for 40 for
I'm not
296
I'm not
with no
disagreeing with
interception.
that. Anatole,
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is what I told Mike when we had this conversation when we was talking about the Lions. Defense travels, and we seen what a superior defense does to an offense this past Super Bowl.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
got
with you.
a superior defense and a quarterback that's known to make mistakes that don't make them, yeah, you're gonna win 2 Super Bowls when your defense is superior.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Anatole,
about. I'm
answer
not
the
talking about. I'm not. I'm talking about the quarterback that you trust. And now that I think about it,
Stafford.
I do understand why y'all pick Burrow. I understand why you pick Eli. I just don't trust him. That's
Yeah,
not the
I'm
quarterback
Stafford.
I would hand the ball to.
Real
Anatole.
talk
They
from
talking
go ahead.
about great defenses. You name me a Super Bowl champion winning quarterback that didn't have a great defense behind it. How many is it then? How many you got?
Okay, hold on.
Let me know how many we got.
Green Bay when they won in 2010.
What was the score of the game?
I believe Green Bay won by 12, but they even won that good though. They won top 10.
Yeah,
Um,
Charles Woodson.
that Charles Wood, but he got hurt. He didn't play last 3 quarters of the game. The Falcons had the top 10 deep. No, they lost. They lost.
Oh, here we go.
Um,
The quarterbacks in that game. The quarterbacks in that game. Out of all the ones you naming that had the superior defenses, I guarantee you all of them better than Eli. I guarantee it.
Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron
Trent.
Better than.
Rodgers.
I guarantee you, Trent Dilfer ain't better than Eli Manning.
I give you that one. I give you that one. Name another one.
Um,
Name another one.
Russell
I'll wait.
Wilson.
let's see,
That's
we
about it.
got
That's all I can give you, Russell.
maybe Russell Wilson.
You can name maybe three. Maybe. I might hell. I might even give you Joe Flacco. Name me some
Yeah.
more.
We don't
I
name
give
them
you
all.
Joe Flacco.
We don't name them all.
Right. So every quarterback, Aaron Rodgers is superior. Doug Williams
Amen.
was superior.
Peyton, his
Uh,
brother, was superior. The Peyton
Payton
man was
is
superior.
far superior. Tom is superior.
Ronaldo,
Mahomes is
Ronaldo,
superior.
Ronaldo.
You couldn't hold it in. I swear to
I'm
God.
out.
They
Nah,
I'm
fade.
out, man.
They fade.
Anytime you
Really,
start
Green Bay
that,
defense was
Anatole,
good 2010. They
huh?
defense allowed 15 points a game, with second NFL, fifth in the yards allowed, fifth in passing in yards allowed, 47 sacks tied for second NFL, 24 interceptions second in NFL. They were good. That
My
defense was
point
good.
is, my
What team
point
you talking
is,
about?
defense win championships, like I always said. But
Yeah,
you
they
look at
do.
the quarterbacks that won Super Bowls, I bet any money 75 to 80% of them are better than Eli. Guaranteed.
80. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
better.
guaranteed.
what Super Bowl quarterback is not better than Eli? Trent Dilfer,
That is my
um,
point. You make
Russell
both of y'all
Wilson
Dilfer.
making my
and
point.
Joe
Nah,
Both of
Russell
y'all
Flacco.
Wilson.
making my point. That's the reason why I don't
No,
trust
no.
him
Russell
in the
Wilson could
first
spin it.
game.
He got Sierra. He could spin it. He got Sierra.
He wasn't the reason why they.
Anatole, that's why you making my point, bro. You just made my point. That's the reason why I would not hand him the field. That's all I'm saying. I understand you and Mike's. He won two. I get it. I'm talking about if it was me and I got to pick what the quarterbacks that's on that list. I feel like especially with the offense that he had, Manningham and all the boys, man, all the quarterbacks would have won 2 Super Bowls with that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Anthony
Yeah,
Stafford.
I get why y'all want to take him though. I understand.
That's my
yeah. Andrew
quarterback.
Luck and Stafford, and Andrew Luck and Stafford is the correct answer.
And Andrew Luck is Kyrie Irving at Duke. He wasn't even there long.
Well,
I
the
say
thing is,
this, Faye, would you agree that Andrew Luck probably has one of the better football IQs on that
that's
list?
that's the reason why. He's not going to make a
See,
mistake.
I understand why you're picking him because his IQ is impeccable, y'all.
That man knew the audible on the last page of the playbook, and the team didn't know what the hell he was calling. Bruce Arians said that. We ain't got that far, dog. What the hell you doing? Exact words. And then they knew he's the guy. He studied architecture in college.
But see, he was, in a way, I would have loved to see him play a couple more years, but he was smart. He got up out of that when he was healthy. You know what I'm saying? That shoulder injury kind of rocked him. And if you want to be honest, he making a hell of a lot of money with his architectural firm.
And he's the general manager for Stanford.
Yeah. He was a smart kid, man. I just watching him play, especially at Stanford, where him and Harbaugh, it seemed like they clicked, man. They had a really good relationship, and you could see how smart he was. And I ain't giving that to Harbaugh. I just think he had a hell of a football IQ. He was a smart kid, man. I even say Joe Burrow is like that. They need to put some more around. They need to give him offensive line, bro.
No, Joe Burrow need a Joe Burrow need a defense. I'd rather take a defense. I don't want to have to keep scoring 40 points a game to win.
That's what I told Mike when we were talking about the Lions. I was a little disappointed in our draft because we don't have no backups on defense. We were decimated. I just knew we was going to go. I like the first round pick. I actually watched that kid play a couple of games. I think he's going to be decent. I thought we was going to get that pass rushers from Ole Miss. He was sitting right there. Yeah, but I didn't like the draft mainly because you didn't put nothing on that side of the ball because you never know what happens. And it proved that we needed a defense last year. We got a lot of the luck of the draws last year, man, to go 15-2 with that defense. Because it was, and I give Aaron Glenn a heck of a lot of credit. He works some magic with paper mache. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little disappointed. And Mike was like, you got the offense you want to keep. I get it, but you got enough to play with, key cogs to play with in the offense. You need some cogs on that other side.
Yeah. Man, I ain't realized 10:34. We done went over our time.
Oh, my
right,
bad.
No, it ain't your fault.
Anytime, Damon.
Yeah, we got Damon Randall back.
The show better with you.
We're waiting for Shot to come back so we can talk about these Timberwolves getting beat by 30. We was trying to figure out this Ant-Man fault too.
I can't blame Ant, man. It's just who they playing. It don't seem like they match up well with them.
I'm gonna let y'all sit on this right here. I want y'all. I know Mike. You already know what I'm about to ask, Damon. You already know about to ask.
I think so.
So think about that question.
Oh God.
All right, this is our show. Chris Fitch, your seat is warming up, sir. We out.
I already know it.
I told y'all.
I already know it.